I'm busy, I'm studying, I'm working, I've got family to look after. And you're accumulating prayer, and accumulating sadaqah, accumulating Quran reading. You're not doing any of that. What are you doing? Wake up. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, we've created everything with the truth. And the truth, as we said, al-haq, it means it does not change. When Allah decides, it does not change. In the world today, the parliaments are set to change the rules every day. You know why? Because the one yesterday was wrong, does not fit today. The law that they made yesterday, and they thought they were genius, and they thought they were, teachers of law and teacher. Why is it changing now? Why is somebody now sitting and saying, change this one and change it? Because it is not the truth. Same thing happening in every field, in engineering, in medicine, in any field. You find people changing. Because what we have is not the best. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says this universe is never changed. It's set with rules fixed. The temperature is the same, the amount of oxygen is the same, the way we breathe is the same, the way we're happy is the same, the way we're sad is the same. That is a sign for us that the Creator is the truth, subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Allah says, وَأَجَلٍ مُسَمَّى. It has also a limit. It has a limit. It has a set time it will finish. I don't know, the Hindus used to believe in the eternity, the eternal universe. And some atheists will believe that. But now they've discovered the beginning of the universe. Now proven by machinery that the universe started 13 billion years ago, somewhere like that. So if it started before that, it was nothing. Before that, somebody must have made a decision to start it. And if it starts, it must end. So how come a universe that is made subservient to human being, the sun is for us. It does not benefit from it. The plant is for us, the moon is for us, the earth is for us, the sea is for us, the river is for us. So how come we leave it? How come we die and leave it behind? This is the stuff that is made a servant for us. Does it live and we die? Obviously not. If we die, it will also die. And because the whole system has wisdom behind it, then we all will end up facing the Creator Himself, subhanahu wa ta'ala, and He decides where we're going to go according to what we've done in here. So brothers and sisters, everything is around you is not an accident. Everything you see, everything you hear, everything you earn, everything you lose, it's not an accident, it's something from that truth system to test you. How are you going to react? How are you going to behave? What are you going to say? Are you going to go, why me? Why do I have no job and he got that job? He is not Don't ask why me to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You submit. When you find yourself losing, you submit, you cry, so Allah help me. And that's the only way to get in the good side of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because Allah la yus'al. He cannot be questioned. You cannot ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah says, with all this time, وَالَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا, those who disbelieve, those who are ungrateful, عَنْ آيَاتِ عَمَّ أُنذِرُوا مُعْرِضُونَ. From the warning, they just turn away. You warn them, they turn away. And warning is mercy from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah sent all the messengers, all the books to warn, to remind the people. It is from His mercy. When Allah says the hellfire has this and that, it is the mercy of Allah. Because He is warning, because He cares. If He doesn't care, He would not have told us. Watch out, there is pitfall. Watch out, there is horrible ending here if you go this way. This is the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So those who say that the Quran is full of scary ayah, full of that, they are not slaves, they are not submitting. That this is from the mercy of Allah, that He is, because it is the truth. It is created already. You can't deny it. And because it is the truth, it exists, it is waiting. His mercy says, warn them, send them messengers, remind them. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says to the disbeliever, قُلْ أَرْأَيْتُمْ مَا تَدْعُونَ مِن دُونِ اللَّهِ أَرُونِي مَاذَا خَلَقُوا فِي الْأَرْضِ مِنَ الْأَرْضِ. Tell them, those who don't believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, what do they believe in? What do they rely on? What do they trust? What do they hope? What do they feel that the cause? Is that stuff that they believe in or trust or rely on created anything? A fly even? A tree? A plant? They did not create anything. Neither the science, that came up on us now in this day and age? Science. What does science say? What does scientists say? What does science do? Apart from spreading pollutions and diseases, new diseases that humans have never discovered before. Didn't scientists make alcohol? Didn't scientists make the tobacco? And didn't scientists make all those horrible drugs that people are consuming? So Allah says, ask them if they believe in science and physical world, have it created anything for them? Or does it answer them? If they need something, does it answer? Does it bring dead to life? Obviously no. أَمْ لَهُمْ شِرْكٌ فِي. If that is on earth, what about the universe? If that is on earth and the human being keep the trust and focus 100% on earth, to the degree that some of them just, they put the trust fully on some material things. Allah says, what about the universe? The stuff that you rely on, does it have any effect, influence on the universe above you? Obviously not. And if they insist, Allah says, bring a proof, bring an evidence. ائتوني بكتاب من قبل هذا أو أثارة من علم. It has to be based on knowledge. It has to be based on intellect. It has to be not just assumption or theory. It has to be knowledge, concrete. إن كنتم صادقين, if you are truly truthful. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَمَنْ أَضَلُّ مِمَّنْ يَدْعُ مِن دُونِ اللَّهِ. Who can be more astray, more far from the truth and from the light and from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala than those who trust on something, call on something, does not answer them, does not react with them, does not respond to them. Even if they keep on calling it till the day of judgment. Even if they keep on calling it till the day of judgment that they can create something or bring something to life, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says it will never happen. وَهُمْ عَنْ دُعَائِهِمْ غَافِلُونَ. This stuff that they trust and call, it doesn't even recognize that human being is putting their trust and their feeling and their emotion on this thing. وَإِذَا حُشِرَ النَّاسِ. On the day of judgment, it will be much worse. When the day of judgment comes, they will become enemy to one another. They will become enemy to one another. كانوا لهم أعداء وكانوا بعبادتهم كافرين. They will deny that they have ever asked them to put their trust or worship with him. So some people worship Jesus, for example. Jesus ﷺ will have absolutely nothing to do with those who worship him. Even to the degree that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not telling Jesus now in this life, Allah is not telling Isa that people are worshiping you. Because it will hurt him. How come he came with a message to tell people worship Allah, and the people changed the message to worship Isa alayhi salatu wasalam? So Allah is not telling him that now, but on the day of judgment. On the day of judgment, when they gather together, Allah will bring him in front of everybody and says to him, أَأَنْتَ قُلْتَ لِلنَّاسِ. Did you tell people to worship you and your mother? اتَّخِذُونِي وَأُمِّي إِلَهَيْنِ مِن دُونِ اللَّهِ. قَالَ سُبْحَانَهُ. Oh, glory be to you. مَا كُنْتُ قُلْتُ. I would have never said, no way I would have said this. Even if I say that, you know. إن كنت قد علمته تعلم ما في نفسي ولا أعلم. Yeah? So we know the story. Those people who put the trust in anything, they will come in the day of judgment. I will just deny. We never say to them to worship us or to be slave to us. وَإِذَا تُتْلَى عَلَيْهِمْ آيَاتُنَا بَيِّنَاتٍ. When all the signs are revealed to them, doctors, scientists, religious, they see the signs either in a book like in Islam when they read it, or in the universe when they discover it. When this clear sign come to them, قَالَ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا لِلْحَقِّ. What do they have? A package accusation. They will say sihr, magic, it's just magic. Or as the communists say, drugs. This is the drugs of the people. They just make people, controlling the crowd with religion. They have terrorism. They have accusation which is already stereotypes. They have it already in the drawer. They don't want to think about it. Or Mother Nature, nowadays. You talk about Mother Nature, she has ways, they say. Mother Nature will do this. Who taught you to say Mother Nature? Somebody. You don't just make it yourself. He hears somebody and it sounds good. That's acceptable. That's what the kuffar say. They do what's acceptable. Doesn't matter if it's right or wrong. Doesn't matter if he himself feels it. And after a while, because Allah is the Al-Aziz, the Almighty, He just leaves them to it. They don't want to. After all the reminder and all the ideas in the mind, listen, doesn't make sense. But they can't resist it. Allah leaves them to it. Some people will say that Muhammad fabricated the Quran. We just proved it in the story of Ahqaaf. Muhammad did not know about Iram, about this civilization. Nobody knew about it till 1978. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make the kuffar themselves discover the signs to prove that Muhammad was truthful. أَمْ يَقُولُونَ افْتَرَاهُ قُلْ إِنْ افْتَرَيْتُهُ فَلَا تَمْلِكُونَ لِي مِنَ اللَّهِ شَيْئًا. They told him that, oh, you fabricated. He sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, if I made it up, there's no one that can help me in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But Allah says, tell them that this is just a smoke screen. Allah knows that you spreading these words, you made this up. You magician. This is just, you make it up to confuse the masses, to confuse the people not to follow the truth. And that's what's happening. There is no day passed by but the newspaper have attack on Muslim and Islam. There is no day that passes in this country or any other country in the world but the front page of the world news have something negative about Islam and Muslim. Why? Not because of the author or the magazine, they believe the stuff. No, there is an agreement to distract the masses, the common people of the truth. Just keep them away from that way. Because what happens if the majority of people become Muslim? Nobody will buy alcohol. Alcohol is ruling the system, is feeling the system. Nobody will play gambling. Gambling is, I don't know, the bread and butter of the system. Nobody will be buying the fashion clothes that is not clothes anymore. So it will have a roll-on effect that they're fighting it from now. It's nothing about terrorism, it's nothing about killing. No. Islam, and they know very well, Islam is the most peaceful religion. Islam is the most peaceful. It is the name of Islam, the peace. The greeting of Islam is the peace. Islam does not talk about the Arab, it just always say mankind. Mankind. It talks about the whole planet Earth, belongs to mankind. We're all brothers in humanity. We all belong to the same planet. We all live together and we look after the whole system. So Islam had the fixes to all the problems and all the solutions. But because of the few who are in control, they will keep throwing this package accusation to distract the people. And the Prophet ﷺ warns them, كَفَى بِهِ شَهِيدًا بَيْنِي وَبَيْنَكُمْ. Allah is the witness. Allah is a witness, and He is the best witness, subhanahu wa ta'ala. He watches and He knows, and He hears what they say and what they plot and what they plan. وَهُوَ الْغَفُورُ الرَّحِيمُ. He is the all-forgiving, who is the all-merciful. I will stop there, inshallah. There is a small meeting here about the planning for Ramadan. So, brothers who looks after Ramadan iftar and Ramadan Taraweeh and the prayers, it sounds good, isn't it? MashaAllah, Ramadan again, MashaAllah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us all the best of this life and the hereafter, and give us the best Ramadan ever to our family in New Zealand, our family overseas. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy, and all the brothers who study, may Allah make them more successful. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make all the brothers who are looking for a job find the best job for them and bless their income. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make our home happy one, and our family a happy and healthy and successful, prosperous one. Ameen ya Rabbil Alamin. Jazakumullah khair.